Hey Cancer, I hope you guys are doing great. It's Tipsy here to do your general love reading for September 15th through 30th. Let's jump right in and grab some oracle cards to see what the overall energy is surrounding you right now. So the first card out we have is children. Your love life is being affected by children. And we also have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So let's grab another oracle card, see what's happening around my Cancer collective. What energies are surrounding Cancers for this reading? Okay. Oh, we have 3 that came out. All right, so the first card that we have out is Mutable Moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. Then we have Full Moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And we have Gibbous Moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. So let's grab hopefully one last oracle card and see what final message Spirit has for the energy that's surrounding the reading for my Pisces collective. And last one out, we have It's Up to You. So we'll see how all of those fit into your overall reading, but let's get into some tarot and start first with your current energy. Current energy for my Cancer collective. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. For your person's energy, whether they're physically in your space or not, we have Strength. What's currently hidden? What's currently hidden from my Cancer collective? We have Justice. For advice from Spirit, advice from Spirit, we have the 7 of Swords. And for your potential outcome, we have the Empress. All right, so let's grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these messages a little bit further for you. Starting with your current energy, we have the 5 of Wands. For your person's energy, we have the 8 of Coins. What's currently hidden from you? What's currently hidden from my Cancer collective? We have the World in reverse. Advice from Spirit. Advice from Spirit. We have the 4 of Cups in reverse. And for your potential outcome. Potential outcome flipped out. We have the 4 of Swords. All right, so let's grab some oracle cards, get some final messages. Okay, we're not taking all of those. It's like 3 that came out. All right, let's start with your energy. Cancer collective, we have Lightning. For your person's energy, we have Hand of Cards. What's currently hidden from you? We have Self-Indulgence. Advice from Spirit. We have Mirror. And for your potential outcome, we have Seduction. All right, Cancer, let's get into this. So the overall energy that we have surrounding this reading for you, we have children, free yourself. We have nothing is yet set in stone. The end of a tough cycle approaches. You are very close to achieving your goal, and it's up to you. So there is a lot of energy that's surrounding this reading. And it almost feels like when it comes to romance, there is someone rather immature in your space, right? And it feels as though you need to let go. What I heard is you aren't too far down the road. So I almost feel as though there's a sense of, when people have sunk cost theory, like where you keep pouring, resources into something that's not working because you already feel like you've invested so much that you don't want to just stop and let go. It almost feels like that kind of energy where you've pumped so much into this relationship that you don't want to just sort of walk away from it. And it feels like Spirit is saying, well, that's entirely on you. That's, of course, your decision to make. But, the ending of this is near, right? Just because you're putting effort and energy into it isn't a guarantee that things are going to suddenly sort of turn around. I think that Spirit wants you to take a hard look at this and realize that you're not too far down the road to change things. And I think in doing that, it might create a new opportunity for you to achieve your goal, whether that's, being married, engaged, being in some sort of committed relationship is actually what I feel. But something different than what's happening right now. So looking at your current energy, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, we have the Five of Wands, and we also have lightning. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. So Cancer, what I'm feeling right now is that whoever it is that you've been dealing with, you are rapidly growing tired of them. It feels as though the spark you have is dimming day by day by day, where you are just like finding yourself constantly in a position of defensiveness, of fighting, of defending, and just, it's irritating. And it feels like you're starting to come to the realization that this, regardless of how much effort you've put in it up until this point, it may not be worth continuing to put forth even more effort. So looking at your person's energy, we have strength, we have the Eight of Coins, and we have the Hand of Cards. Take a chance, risks, being strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling. So this person has a super, super interesting energy. Like, they are stubborn as hell. They feel real stubborn. And it feels like they put a lot of effort into not letting other people in. Like, they don't show where they stand. Like, if they played poker, like, you will lose your money every time because they don't blink, they don't twitch, they don't do anything. It feels like a very stoic energy. Almost like a childlike stubbornness, right? Where, little kids like dig in and they just don't, but this is like the grown-up version where they have a little bit more control over their face and whatnot, where they're stubborn, but they just don't reveal anything. They just don't move. You're kind of left in the dark trying to figure out what they're thinking, what's going on. Looking at what's currently hidden, any challenges, obstacles, we have Justice, we have the World in reverse, and we have self-indulgence. Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. So what I'm feeling for you all, Cancer, is that you're looking for some sort of resolution out of this situation. You are. You are looking for some answers, some clarity. What I feel is that, the biggest challenge is you having been stuck, right? In this cycle of constantly giving to this person and not getting much in return. But you are starting to come out of that, right? You are starting to come into this awareness. And so what you don't see is that the time is coming that you will move on from this and you will truly sort of get into and back to yourself. Looking at the advice from Spirit, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Four of Cups in reverse, and we also have the Mirror. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. So I'm getting a couple of messages here, and I'll do like the up and up, like above board ethical one. So I feel like Spirit is saying that, now's the time, focus on yourself, right? And we saw that with what's unknown. is this self-indulgence, focusing on yourself, doing self-work. That's what you don't see coming. That's sort of in your immediate future, right? But we have that also here for advice from Spirit. It's like, oh, yes, you should reflect. Self-love. Focus on you for a little while. It'll be good for you. So that's sort of as it pertains to you. The other thing that Spirit is saying, in terms of this person, I just heard return your petty. So I feel like Spirit is saying that this energy that they're giving off, where they're very stoic, they're not expressing themselves, they're not sharing, you being, you being you, and you sort of constantly trying with this person, I feel like Spirit is saying return their energy. If they're not showing their hand, you don't show yours. If they're not smiling, you don't smile. Like, I'm just hearing like, yeah, I'm gonna return to you exactly what you've been giving to me. So, again, that's optional. You can choose to do it if you want to, but that's what Spirit is saying. I feel like Spirit is saying return that energy right on back to this person. So looking at your potential outcome, we have the Empress, we have the Four of Swords, and we also have seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. So I'm not seeing any third-party interferences happening, but what I do see coming is after a period of rest with the Four of Swords, that there will come the opportunity for you to nurture something else. And this opportunity feels like, at least, initially, I'm not looking like super long-term into the future for a general reading, but it feels like in the immediate future that this is something that's nice and stable and balanced. It's very pleasant. It's very light. It's very easy. So this will be your opportunity to, see where that can go. At least in the beginning, it feels absolutely lovely. So I think that that'll come from, once you sort of sort this energy out, clear this space out, where you, again, come into your awareness and you make the choice whether or not you want to move away from this person or if you want to continue entertaining their not so great attitude. So let me pull one last oracle card for you and see what final message Spirit has. Final message from Spirit for my Cancer Collective. Okay, and we have one that came out. We have evolution. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. So, I feel like Spirit is saying, don't take this situation too seriously. I feel like the emotion in it is dwindling anyway, and that's a byproduct of you growing, I think. This is a byproduct of you sort of accepting who you are, what you want, sort of owning all of that, and putting yourself on the right path to actually make that happen. So, very good stuff. There's a lot of growth in here for you. And there looks like, the beginnings of potentially something really, really good. So I'll leave it there for you, Cancer. I hope that this was helpful. And I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you huge hugs.